Hello, I'm Alexander Cross, criminal attorney here in the San Francisco Bay Area. If you'd like to learn more about criminal law, be sure to subscribe to our channel, Law Offices of Cross and Associates. All right, so here I have an interesting question we received on our channel. Let's see, my son, who's 18 years of age, along with a couple of friends, they were under the influence of drugs, and they were arrested for threatening somebody with a hammer in order to get their cell phone. Somebody called the police and they were arrested. Okay, so this is a big problem. This is a big problem. He's an adult. He's 18 years old and he was along with other friends, so that automatically tells me that there is a potential conspiracy charge down the pipe under Penal Code Section 182, which carries a potential 3-year state prison. Also states that they were under the influence of drugs. Okay, that's a violation of Health and Safety Code 11550, which carries up to 1 year county jail. And they threatened somebody with a knife with a hammer in order to obtain their cell phone. Well, there's a combination of charges here. One of them could be a robbery. If they successfully took the phone, well, then we're talking about a violation, an armed robbery, violation of Penal Code Section 212, first-degree robbery, which carries up to 6 years in the state prison, and it is a strike. The other charge that they could go with would be assault with a deadly weapon, which is a violation of Penal Code Section 245A1, carries up to 4 years state prison. They could also go with the threats, criminal threats, violation of Penal Code Section 422, which carries up to 3 years in the state prison. So I mean, there's definitely a combination of charges here. These 3 kids will be charged together for the same offenses, even if they directly did not commit the offenses, because if there is a conspiracy, if they were together, then they will all be charged with the same crime, even if they didn't actually take the same action, as long as they were together when this whole thing, was done, and if they had an agreement to actually commit this crime. Like I said, the worst part about this is that this is especially with the robbery aspect, is that it is a strike, and a strike will essentially be a prior for life. He commits this crime at age 18, he could be 45 years old and commit some other offense, and they will use this strike against him. Now, in certain situations, there are motions, such as the Romero motion, where you could potentially convince the court to not use the strike. They call it striking the strike. But generally speaking, if you're convicted of a strike, you go to prison, that strike will haunt you for the rest of your life. And remember here, 3 strikes in California here, 3 strikes and you're out. So you don't want to get 3 strikes, because otherwise you'll have to spend the rest of your life in state prison. But I think in this situation, it's going to be necessary, just like any other case, is to enter pleas not guilty, order copies of all the evidence. The judge would have to give a new court date to come back to start discussing the matter with the DA's office. More likely, an investigator is going to have to be retained in order to speak with the witnesses, victims, re-interview the defendants. Obviously, I would tell the defendants to remain silent, not speak to the police at all, because anything that they do or say will be used against them in court. And I always maintain that. Never talk to the police. Remain silent. But eventually, all the evidence is going to have to be studied, and then the attorneys are going to have to decide whether or not it makes sense to take this matter to trial or to start the process of cutting a deal with the DA's office. Regardless, if you'd like to learn more about criminal defense here in the San Francisco Bay Area, be sure to contact our office or visit our YouTube channel. That is Law Offices of Cross and Associates. But if you've been accused of a crime, be sure to give us a call here in the San Francisco Bay Area at 1-800-862-7677. Once again, 1-800-862-7677. See you there.